Hi, my name is Thomas McCormick with Bones Realty, and if you're watching this video, then you already know we're about to give you a behind-the-scene looks at exactly how we come up with our rehab estimate when coming up with our final bid price going into foreclosure auctions. So what we're about to view in the background is the exact video that I, our driver on this project, have taken and then sent to our construction manager. I'm going to go through with you exactly what our construction and rehab budget looks like to give you an understanding of how we come up with our final bid price when going to auction. So I'm going to go ahead and start the video, and I'm going to be talking through it to give you an idea of what we tend to look at when coming up with this number, because when coming up with your foreclosure budget, the number that fluctuates the most is your rehab budget, and it can make or break a project. And we at Bones Realty need to be sure that we have the return for both you, the investor, and us to reinvest to continue doing this and scaling our business. So I'm going to go ahead and start this video, and I'm going to walk you through our renovation budget estimate. So before I start, I want to go ahead and talk about our construction manager. He's worked for Invitation Homes, which, if you're not familiar with them, they are the largest owner of single-family rentals in America, right over 80,000 as of January 2021. Most recently, he's been the construction manager for the entire state of Georgia, and he handled remote cost estimate as well as sending out the specific contractors to flips all over the state of Georgia. He's so good that he could tell you the difference in cost per square tile from Savannah to Macon to Atlanta to Helen. This guy is incredible. So I'm going to go through the exact renovation budget that he came up with. And one other thing, if this is your first time watching, what's significant about this video, or the timing of the video, we're shooting on January 5th, 2021. This home in the background is going for sale on the auction block January 6th, which is the first Tuesday of January 2021. So starting off the new year with giving you an inside look at what we already know going into the foreclosure auction so that we're prepared and can make the best investment decisions with your money. So I'm not going to go line by line through this, but I am going to show you a couple of the places that we saw that we thought might need some additional love and rehab to bring it up to full resale value. So what jumps right off the page to me, we have pressure washing and cleaning the gutters. We have a demolition cost. We have exterior lighting, landscaping, exterior paint with HOA approval, rear and front deck replacement, ceilings, interior paint, kitchen, fireplace, interior lighting, bathrooms, fence, carpet, tile, and then a final clean, which comes out with a renovation budget totaling close to $30,000. I don't know if that came into focus or not, but the total number is $28,912 to take this house from the condition you see here all the way up to a condition that would warrant full resale value. So a couple notes that jumped off the page that are concerns for the property is, number one, the garage, and it's been removed and then renovated and turned into a finished quote-unquote basement. The reason we say finished like that is because just based on this home, what we can tell about the property owner prior to potentially us or whoever the next buyer will be, we see a lot of weekend warrior projects. So that is the front and back porch. If you'll notice at the beginning of the video, we looked at a cinder block column holding up the front porch. You'll also notice the driveway has been finished with bricks. So just a couple indicators to give us an idea of who the prior owner was and some of the things they were trying to do with their property. Another issue that comes to mind that's written down here with a converted basement is when we're looking at comps in the area, we want to see if is that common for homes, or do we expect that homes in this area have a garage basement. Another thing that jumped off was the roof could be potentially compromised, although it looked good from what we were able to see. The HVAC could be compromised, but again, from what we could see, it looked to be good. The chimney has had an overhaul, so it used to be covered in siding, but now it looks to be EIFS, which is stucco, and this could mean two things. Best case scenario, it's brand spanking new. Worst case scenario is that they could be covering up an issue with stucco because it's easy to do that, or it could be somewhere in between. We don't really know, but it is something that we'll keep an eye on. The home has single pane windows throughout, which number one aren't energy efficient, but also a dead giveaway on the build date. The condition of the engineered hardwood. So you'll see throughout the home it covers a large area. And engineered hardwood is floating floors, you might hear it referred to as, and it's literally just like Lego pieces that are pieced together. Give you the same finished look as real hardwoods, but they are more susceptible to expansion. So particularly when we look at that first floor basement, we see that it's all floating floors, but if it gets too cold, too hot, we see either expansion or contraction, or if it gets wet, because we typically see in basements water coming in, if anywhere in the house. So if those are compromised, they'd be expensive not only to replace, but then to also match the other hardwood throughout the house. Um, and then another thing that our construction manager is just fantastic at, based on his past experience, he notes that the home has been listed on the market for 52 days. So if you saw at the beginning of the video, there was a big for sale sign right in the front yard of this property. That's not uncommon, as a lot of people try to sell their homes right before they go into foreclosure. So some promising sign is quite a few home buyers saved the home on Zillow. However, we don't see a lot of action on the home in terms of price reduction or anything. Whoever the seller is trying to get top dollar for a home in this condition, which just isn't going to happen. So unfortunately for the current homeowner, the home will be sold tomorrow at auction. Let's see. The home could also potentially need new refinishing for cabinetry, and that includes the kitchen and bathrooms, and the countertops. The Zillow photos show the kitchen countertops do not match in color. One bathroom countertop looks to be unbalanced, and the other bathroom countertop is outdated. New door hardware is a potential, new light fixtures, and updated faucets and bathroom sinks. Bathrooms and kitchen sinks, I should say. So it's a lot of information, and it can be scary, but it's actually something we like. And the reason we like it is there's a high barrier to entry here. It takes a high level of expertise to be able to evaluate a home to this level. And on our team, we have a construction manager who's responsible for flipping thousands of homes in our local market. So it's not something we stray away from, but it is something we spend a whole lot of time looking into, because it's important and will allow us to not only be competitive, but also safe when buying foreclosure homes at auction.